welcome back to the From the Farmyard podcast, where we talk about everything farming. And Happy New Year to everyone. This is our first video of the new year.
Oh yeah, it is. That's exciting.
Crazy to think about.
First
Yes.
video of
Exactly.
2023.
23.
I'm going to be writing 2022 and crossing out the 2 at the end because I still think it's 2022. I'm going to have to correct it to 2023 now.
I'm the same. I'm probably going to be the same way.
So, this year, we have a lot of stuff that we want to bring to the channel, to the podcast, a lot of stuff. So, we're just kind of going to go through the list of things that we have coming for you. A lot of new exciting content and lots of things. Lots of things.
Yes.
So, I think, like I said, we're just going to kind of go through a list here, but I will start. So when we hit 50 subscribers, right? Because YouTube, you have to have like a certain amount, like till you can do certain things. So once we hit 50, we can start live streaming on YouTube. So y'all share this with your friends, family, get us to 50 subscribers so we can start doing more stuff for y'all, doing more content, crazy things. Yeah. So YouTube lives coming soon, possibly. But we need y'all's help. We can't do this one. This is up to you all. But live streaming, it's gonna be basically like this. It'll be back and forth between just like a normal podcast, but live. And you can ask us questions and we will answer your questions. So lots of stuff. It's gonna be exciting.
Yes, it's going to be very exciting for sure. So definitely like and share. Well, you don't have to like, but share the video at least.
You can like too if you want. We don't mind.
Exactly. But the next thing that we are going to be adding to our channel are tutorials.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of them are just going to be garden.
Yes.
Tutorials. Planting tutorials, different things like that, maybe building gardens,
exactly.
Waiting on some things from that. But those are going to be longer than YouTube shorts. So they'll probably be in regular video format and just a little bit longer, like 5 minutes maybe, if that even. But it'll be somewhere around that. Jeez, this paper will not stay down.
So we're going to be bringing some new content to YouTube. We want to continue doing podcasts, right? But we figure, this is a YouTube channel. People are watching videos, so why not bring some content of ours from our farms, tutorials on how to do certain things that maybe you don't know how to do. Maybe you don't know how to build a garden bed, and Zach can show you how to do that. Maybe you want to learn how to plant lettuce. I didn't know what vegetable to say there. I went with lettuce. Maybe you want to learn how to plant lettuce. We can teach you how to plant lettuce. I mean, lots of new content. But speaking of YouTube shorts, we're also doing shorts and reels on Instagram. That's gonna be really exciting. So we're taking like clips out of our videos and just little snippets, and we're gonna post them as shorts and reels. So be expecting that in the next year. Next week I should have a couple up at least. So look forward to that.
And we'll have a schedule for all of that, kind of, so they're not just like all over the week. We talked about this yesterday, I believe. So we have a schedule to where we know when everything is happening.
So we may only post like one short a week and one reel on Instagram a week, just because we want to like keep it scheduled. But uploads on YouTube are going to be still on Saturdays. We like the Saturday upload thing, so.
Yes, I definitely do. And then we might end up doing, because each podcast episode that we do, we could be getting multiple reels from. So after a
Yes.
little bit, we might have like a bonus week where we post a short or a reel every day because we're just backed up on them and we're just like ready to get them out. And it might be, I mean, that could be probably starting in February that we could end up doing.
Yeah.
Just like a big bonus week or something.
If we say the right stuff and it's interesting to clip, that y'all can watch little shorts.
We always say the right stuff though. But the second or the fourth thing, third.
We got a lot of stuff, so
yeah,
it's all over the place.
We have farm tours. Because we are doing our podcast is on YouTube and you can see us instead of just talking. We are going to be doing farm tours. Those are going to be starting. I don't think those are going to be starting until the growing season. I think is what we.
Yeah.
Just there's more than just like
a couple,
like just like things like that, and then you should have your dairy animal by then.
Who knows? Who knows at this point? We don't even know what animal we're getting anymore. It's like, but
it's a tough decision.
It is. Do you get a goat or do you get a cow, or do you get a sheep? I don't even know. But yeah, farm tours, garden tours, bunch of cool stuff, content wise. But we're also going to be doing, along with additional content, we're going to be doing interviews with special guests. We still need to ask some people. We have a couple people in mind that we want to bring on the podcast, but interviews coming soon, I think, for sure. I think it would be fun to get different people's opinions on things and stuff maybe we don't fully know, like get a beekeeper on here for y'all. I've not experienced with bees, but I want to get bees, so I think it would be neat to get people like that on here, maybe a dairy farmer, or just a bunch of different opinions and point of views from different people. So if you know anybody or you'd like to see somebody on the podcast, if you want to help us out, like picking people out, share this video with them. Let them know, hey, they're looking for people to get on the podcast. We can look you up. I don't know. We can figure out if we want you on the podcast, or tell your friends if you know somebody that would want to be on the podcast. Let them. Yeah. Tell them about
tag
this.
us. Exactly. Tag us on Instagram. Comment on a video. You can message us on Instagram. You can email us too. All of that should be linked below. Yep. And just different things. We do want to be getting different people, like you said, a bee farmer. And I tried reaching out to somebody, I think, not entirely sure. I don't know. That may or may not work. But then we have different people who raise chickens, like breeders. Exactly. People who just raise them for them. People who raise rabbits. People who garden, and like that's
exactly
really all they do is garden, well, and raise animals, but gardening and just a whole wide range of things, and maybe some people who garden in unexpected places.
We could get somebody who has a pet house chicken. Who knows? I mean, possibility.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things with farming. It's not just, plows and cows. There's a lot of stuff to farming. So
yeah, absolutely.
Lots of different varieties of topics that we could bring on the podcast.
Yes. And we have written down on here different video ideas, but we also want to hear your video ideas, things that you guys want to see.
Exactly.
Same thing with the interviews, just anything that you guys would want to see. I will say this, starting January 8th, 28th, not 8th, January 28th, we are going to be doing our first gardening video.
Yeah.
Not really planting anything, but like seed video.
Exactly.
And then
getting
February,
y'all prepped for spring.
yes,
you want to
because
plant.
most places in like the South,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know where, but for me, at least in Central Virginia, we can start tomato plants February 15th indoors.
Exactly.
So that's something that we'll be talking about leading up to that.
Exactly.
And a tutorial could end up coming out of that if
Mhm.
that's when I start my seeds. But starting January 28th, garden content, or seed / garden content, and then doing
Kind of
more gardening content.
yeah, we're kind of branching off from the chicken thing. I think we touched down on a lot of things that we want to. But moving into more gardening. Because spring, summer, y'all need to be planning out your gardens now. I mean, I think so. I have my garden planned out and I have my seeds. I have seeds ordered, you want to make sure you have everything ready so you can just go right into it and not be behind in planting seeds in June. Throwing out a random month.
Exactly. But planting and planning out your garden is, well, planning out, not really planting, but planning out your garden is a big thing. People underestimate that, I think, sometimes, because they're like, why do I need to plan it out? At least have an idea of where things are going and what seeds you're going to need to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Because it will save you a lot of money also from not just going out and buying a whole bunch of things. Know how many tomatoes packets you have. Are the packets opened or unopened? Do you have if you're doing corn, do you have enough corn to do everything you need to do? Just things like that can save you some extra money. And ordering beforehand helps too. Or if when the seeds come in, like in the box stores or plant starts, things like that, knowing what you're getting and getting them like kind of first, it can help. But also don't get something, well, I'll talk about that in a second, but get something that works for your area. Because like the box stores will have tomatoes coming out in, I think, March or April. But where you are in Pennsylvania, if you plant a tomato in April, it's probably going to die. So just know. Just know
we still have snow in April.
Exactly. So don't go off of your area, and just because the box stores have them in at that time does not mean that it is the time to plant them. It just means that they are starting to be distributed out to the box stores.
You're preparing for your garden. You want to be prepared. Set up for success. And we want to get you to that point.
We will. And we will show you our gardens along the way, things that we're doing. I don't know about you, because I don't think we really talked a lot about the garden like stuff last year. I know you showed me your garden and things like that. But I like cram pack my garden full of stuff in the beginning of the year. And I like every nook and cranny is planted with something, whether it's plant or fruit or vegetables or flowers. Flowers are a good part to add in because you want to attract the pollinators. So then everything else gets pollinated. And I noticed a big difference because I was planting zinnias and sunflowers, and I think my tomatoes did 100 times better. Not that tomatoes even need to be pollinated, like they can be shaken and pollinated by the wind, but I did see an increase in that. And same thing with my cucumbers. The cucumbers did amazing last year too. And beans too. Everything did so well last year, but it's because I did try to attract those pollinators in.
Yeah. And like I think it was last episode, we talked about what we had done and experienced 2022. But gardening, I really enjoyed. So this year I'm going to try my hardest to cram as much as I can into garden space. Like I'm talking every nook and cranny. I'm putting seeds in for sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
So a lot of new content coming to the YouTube channel, but I think this is exciting. Very exciting for me at least. We are on Spotify now. Yay! We are on Spotify. It's so exciting. Because now y'all don't have to watch the video if you don't want to. You can listen on the go. You could be outside doing chores, milking your cow. You could be weeding your garden. You can be in the car. You can listen to the podcast on Spotify. I'm still working on getting it onto other platforms, but we have a couple places we want to put it. So I will keep you all posted on where the Spotify podcast goes. But right now we are just on Spotify. So if you want to check it out, we are on Spotify. You can listen. So I'll have it linked.
Yeah. And then I guess we'll start filling in things like our Instagram account is pretty bare right now.
Yeah.
We're not going to lie about that.
Yeah.
But we're going to start working. The reels should help with that. We're going to be doing posts, informational and educational posts about a variety of things. I might go ahead or we might end up, but we'll talk after this about like what we do.
Yeah.
But just different things. Maybe pulling things from our videos that we've done and putting them into something that's smaller, not as long, and just easier to comprehend, I guess. And then tutorials and just different things, maybe some cool photos that we have from our past gardens and just things like that. Be prepared for a lot. We're hitting 2023 and just going.
Yes, we have so many ideas, and we hope you all stick around and enjoy like all the new content coming to the channel. We're super excited.
And we'll be doing a lot of updates on our stories, like where we put the podcast and things like that.
Yes.
I can also make a YouTube post about where everything is once everything's figured out and we know exactly where we're going with these things. We can make a YouTube post and we can just get everything squared off so everybody knows where everything is in case you want to listen on a different platform.
Yeah, so we'll have everything. I'll have some of the things linked below that we talked about in this episode. But I think that's everything.
I think so too. And 2023 is going to be a good year for everybody.
Yep.
I'm putting that out in the air now. Everything is going to be praying for y'all's success because prayer goes a long way, but also, just prayer goes a long way.
Good luck to y'all.
And if you have any questions, if your garden is like failing miserably, reach out to somebody, whether you find a gardening post on Instagram, reach out. Gardeners are always more than happy to talk about their garden and to help other people experience the wonder and the beauty that is the garden.
We want to help you out too. So we've said that before. Reach out to us. If you have any questions, let us know. We want to hear your feedback. We want to hear from you all. So good luck to everybody in 2023, and be looking forward to new content on the channel. And we're on Spotify, so that's freaking cool.
It is. Happy New Year, everyone, and we will see you in the next episode.
See y'all.